Hey everybody, it's Doug here, Doug Mr. Guy on Board Game Geek, bringing you episode, I think it's 8, yeah, of our playthrough of Legends of the American Frontier, where our characters are trying to build their glorious legend in American history, and we're playing the character Daniel, which if you've been following along, you know. If you haven't been following along, please go back to the beginning because I explain how the game works and all that good stuff, and you've missed an awful lot of cool storytelling events along the way. So, but we're going to get right into it. I don't recall any specific corrections, so I'm just going to move ahead, and we're going to have some fun. Now, again, as always, I always go through the sunrise phase in the last episode, so we're going right into the daytime phase. We're going to get started on that right now, and Annie will be our first character, but we're going to have to decide on what everybody's going to do. So that will be the player simultaneous choose actions phase. And let's get that done. All right, well, let's see what everybody decided to do after much debate and discussion. So Annie's our first player, so we're going to uncover hers first. She's going to the Frontier, which is a group mission, which is interesting. Spiritual mission to the Plains Indians. It says join the spiritual leaders in taking Christianity to the heathens. And it's a Providence 20 group mission. Where is Sarah going? She too is going to the Frontier, so they are going on this mission together. It means we'll take their 2 tokens and we'll put them on the Frontier. And then, predictable Thomas, what will he do? He's going to rest. And you'll see why in a moment. And then last but not least, our character Daniel is going to the far west. He's going to tackle the Trail Master of the Mormon migration again. Now remember, this one, luck is not Trump, and that burned him last time. He's hoping not to have that happen again. So we'll take his token and it will go there. First up then will be Annie, because she is going to the Frontier and she's the first player. So her and Sarah are going to vie for that, to the rewards on this mission. There are plenty of rewards for them to have. We'll see what they end up getting. Annie sure would like that card to help complete her legacy. It does require a Providence card. Well, as luck would have it, she's got a whopper. It's an 8. Ooh, now she doesn't have any Providence skill, but that's okay, because remember, we just need to get a 20, and whoever gets the best. Now there's 2 good rewards, so there's the card and the bonus rewards that they will get. So we're going to draw her card from the deck, and it is a luck. Oh, we got to turn over their event. What is it? Ooh, -5 to the difficulty rating. So that means it's a 15. So this is going to be a piece of cake. So that's a 9 right there. We get to keep going. And that. So she's got 9, 14 as her score, and that's going to be it for her. She doesn't have any True Grit tokens, so she can't really do anything about that. She's just going to have to accept her 14 as it is. And that's going to be Annie's go against the spiritual mission to the Plains Indians. So before we get rid of her character card, I just want to make sure that we give her a new card to replace her old one, and then she will return to her spot. We do know that Sarah has been fairly lucky at all these events, but will she be as lucky on this one? Well, so far they're at a 14, and I'm looking to see what she can contribute to this, and she is actually going to do a American Ingenuity play. Yes, she is. So she's going to start with this 4 card. When played in as the lone trump card on your adventure, you gain 1 of a grit or a happiness token. So we were going to take advantage of that because it is going to be the lone trump card. Well, actually, she has to play that by herself. That gives her an 8. That gives her the same score as Annie when Annie started. Annie only ended up with a 14. Does she keep going? She's got more cards she could contribute, or does she want that extra bonus? Well, either way, she's going to come out good on this, so I think she's going to take a chance. So right now we're at 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we've already, and plus her 4 Providence skill, so we've already won. So she just needs to try and beat, well, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. She did beat Annie, so she's going to get first choice at the reward on the card. So let's take a look at the card and see what Sarah and Annie are going to do. Now they get to divide it up twice. So Sarah's going to pick first, and she's actually going to pick this reward. Yeah, so, well, I don't know. The card is so valuable. But the tokens are valuable too, because that's one of the ways to pass to victory is getting these cards. They gain you skills, all kinds of things. So I believe that she's going to take the first reward here, since she knows she's way ahead of everybody in the other rewards. That's going to give Annie probably the card itself. So let's start there. So first off, she gets a skill. She gets a status token, a fame token, and a happiness token. That gives her 3 happiness and a fame token. She's not going to use it that way though, but those are that is that part of it. Plus she also gains a skill. It's got to be Providence. So her Providence is now 5. And then she gets the bonus, because this is the only trump there. So I believe she's going to take another grit token, since she already has 3 happiness tokens. And that will be her choice. Now, Annie's going to say, I'm going to take the card. So then Sarah is going to get another grit as the second reward, because we're going to take all the rewards. And unfortunately, Annie is going to get a hardship card. So that is one of these. What is it? Bounty on your head in the Western Territory. Each time you go to the Far West, draw a skills card. If it's a gun, you are detained by the marshal and lose your turn. After losing turn, you may discard this hardship card. Well, that's interesting. She's got a hardship that she's wanted. I don't know what she did, trying to bring the Indians some faith, but you never know. And that is going to end. Hold on. Sarah took that. Annie took the card. Sarah took, yeah, that's correct. Okay. Just want to make sure we did it right. So Annie's got the card. We're going to send Sarah back, and then we're going to go on to Daniel. Now, I did remember doing it right now to give Sarah her cards. She has all the cards she needs. Yep, she does. Good job, Sarah. Okay. Yeah, she's doing really, really well. Anyway, let's go back to Daniel and see what he's going to do. Okay, we know that he is going on this one. And that has this piece to it too. Luck is not counted as trump. So what is he going to play? Well, he can play a Providence card or a Frontier card. Now he's got both. He's got a 6 skill bonus too. So he's going to play this 6. That's the best one he's got. Towards that, and then we're going to hope and pray to see what he gets next. I want to make sure we had everything in the camera. So right now he's got a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And he needs a 16. Well, there's a 4, so that's 10, 14, 15, 16. So he has currently made it. It says faith and repentance. When played as the lone trump on this adventure, it's not, because this is a trump as well. But it is trump, so he does get to keep going, and you might as well just see what he gets. Okay, one more. Boom. Alright, train, robbery, discard when on an adventure in the Frontier of the Old West, draw 2 skill cards. He doesn't get that, but he did use these cards. He did succeed finally in the event, so he's going to get +1 skill, and I think he's going to take that in Frontier. So he's got a 3 now, 3 and a 4. Then he gets a wealth and a fame token for that, and then he gets to choose between a fame and a happiness. I think he's going to choose a happiness token, and then he gets to get he's also going to get a hardship card. So what does he get? Drought. You discard any 3. All other players discard 1. Well, that really bites, because he only has 3, so he just lost everything he did. He got the skill points, but all his other rewards are gone. That's just awful. So Sarah, I gotta look at what Sarah is going to discard. She's actually going to discard a happiness token. She has 3, and she doesn't really want this card. She doesn't have a big need for it. Annie is going to discard a fame token, and Thomas is going to discard a status token. Okay, and that's it. Now, so he did succeed, but wow, what a tragic ending to that one, huh? All right, well, that is going to go away, so we're going to get rid of this card, and this does go into his legacy, giving him +2 more for being a trail master for the Mormon migration, and that's going to end his turn as well. Make sure to give him a new card, since he used one, And this is going to go away, and that is going to be the end of the player round. So let's go back around to the sunrise, or actually, I'm wrong about that. We got Thomas, his rest action, because he had something to do on his rest action. Okay, there is Thomas. I put all his cards aside for a moment because he doesn't really need them. He is actually going to, on his rest action, he's first going to do, so let's go over the rest actions again. Draw 4 skill cards or take 1 True Grit token. He's taking the True Grit token. And then he can buy a reward card. Boom! So he's going to do that. He's actually wanted to jump on something before someone else got a chance, and he had just the tokens to do it. And that is right up here with this. You are a famous gambler and gunman. That's odd because he has no fighting skill at all. I guess it's just a story. But he's going to turn all of these in to gain this. This is going to gain him a fight skill of 1. And give him +1 to his legacy. He really needs this one, but he's not collecting the things he needs to get it. So he hasn't had the opportunity to do so. But we're going to turn over one of these and see what we get next. Wow, 3 fame. Heralded Indian Fighter. Gain 1 fight or 1 frontier. Interesting. And that is going to end Thomas's turn. Okay, now we're going to go on to the evening phase. So we'll do that, and in turn order, we're going to get to do a couple things. So first, there's no game end conditions. Again, game end conditions is when one of these runs out, and we can't put a new one on the board, or when 2 of these stacks, any of these stacks run out. And that has not happened either. So in player order, we get to do a couple things. First off, they can buy some tokens, or buy some cards. Annie can't. She doesn't have. She would have had what she needed, but she doesn't anymore. Well, she would have. No, actually she didn't. Thomas already did his purchase. Daniel had all his tokens taken away. So is there something that Sarah can get a hold of? And I'm looking at this and going, well, well, yes, she can. I think she's going to do it. She doesn't need this one, and she could keep Thomas or somebody from getting it. It would because it takes away some negative cards. But what she's going to do instead is she has a couple choices. We could end up getting her either one of these. Which one is more beneficial to her? Looking at her skills, personality is a 3, capitalism is a 4, so both of them give the same. Well, that's knowledge. That's a 5 already. She could get up to 6 in knowledge if she does that one. Or she could get a wealth. I think she's going to invest in racehorses so she can get the wealth skill ability there. So what does she have to do? Well, here's her tokens. We're just going to put them out here, and I'm going to show you. These are all her tokens. Boom, boom, and boom. So what she's missing is one of these because she's already got one of these. So she's going to trade these 2 in. Well, actually, she's going to trade these 2 in here. Boom. And that is going to give her another gold token. Now she has what she needs to buy this one. So she's going to wait. Can you do both? I can't remember. I think I went through this before, and I believe you can. Each player may... Oh, you know what she can't do? You have to do the trades in... yeah, she can't trade right now. So, yeah, she can't actually do that. Alright, well, we'll just take those ones back then. Okay, anyway, let's continue on. She can't trade those. She has to do that in a rest action, so... Oh well, Sarah, she had this brilliant idea of getting the racehorses again and did not succeed at doing that. Anyway, we're going to pass on that, and that's going to take us around to our end phase, which means this will move to Thomas. Thomas will now be the first player, and we're going to go to sunrise phase and get some stuff on the board. So what do we have? This is going to move up. That's it. We're going to draw another one for the frontier. We've been blazing to the frontier ones. This build one of the first homesteads in Ohio Territory. That's pretty good. It does come with a hardship, though. We know how those are treating us. And that is going to go there with a token. And then in the far west, we're going to take another adventure. It's a group adventure for 50. Rescue the Donner Party. Join the men venturing into frozen Donner Pass to rescue the wagon train stranded and starving there for 50. And it gives you, wow, skill and 3 fame. This only has 3 rewards associated with it, so it's not as good. And we have to put another token there. Alright, well, guys, that's going to be the end of this episode. So thanks for watching. I'm going to collect all their tokens. We don't need to leave them on the board. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the subscriptions and all the fun stuff. I appreciate it. And take care. We'll see you in episode, I think it's going to be 8, right? Wow, let's keep going. Have a good one. Okay, so I told a little fib there. I'm going to keep going. I decided to do a double turn on the video just for the heck of it. Make it, you can break it down if you want to. You know where I stopped. You can just pick it up from there if you want to. But we're going to wrap back right around and do the daytime phase. So we already did our sunrise phase. We're just going to jump right in, do our daytime phase, and choose our actions. It will be starting with Thomas this turn. Okay, let's see what we got going on. So we got Thomas first. He's going to reveal. He is going back east, where he is going to attempt the command troops in the Whiskey Rebellion. Since he is now a famous gunslinger and gambler, they want him along to help command the troops with his awesome gunfighting skill of 1. Daniel is going to the frontier, where he's going to attempt to build one of the first homesteads in Ohio. It's awesome. We don't know what he has to do there otherwise, though. We don't know what his fate wheel is yet. Sarah is also going to the frontier. So Daniel, so we got Thomas going back east. Put his token there. Daniel and Sarah are going to the frontier. And then last but not least is Annie. She is going back east. So there's a competition this time around for 2 different events. So let's get on that and see what happens. We're going to start with Thomas on his mission to command troops in the Whiskey Rebellion. Now the first thing we have to do is see what the fate wheel tells us. Oh, luck is not treated as trump. Well, we've seen that one before, so hopefully he doesn't need a luck card. Thomas does have a true grit, so he can get a redraw if he needs to. And this requires, as you can see, oh, I got the wrong mission out there. Bad me, that's Daniel's mission. It's this one here, which just says to reshuffle the fate deck. Not a big deal. Anyway, he is going to play an 8, which gives him a 9 already towards the Whiskey Rebellion. And yeah, so if he fails it, we're going to have to see who does better. That's going to suck for somebody, isn't it? Usually it's been Thomas. But let's see what he draws. Well, that is not, yeah, that is Trump. So that's 10 right there. He's going to get to keep going. And 12, so that's going to end it for him there. He's got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13 with his firearm skills. So he has a 13 on this. We might redraw this one. What do you think? I think he's going to do it. He's going to redraw that. He wants to win this. He needs to win some things. And he got a 2. Supplies. This card, oh, wait. This card is considered wild. For American Legend Ingenuity sets, it's not. It's not an American Ingenuity set. So 8, 9, 10, 12, 13 still. He ends up with a 13 in the commanding the troops in the Whiskey Rebellion. That is a shame. Well, let's see if Annie can beat him or not. I just gave him his card. I'm going to bring out Annie. Let's see what Annie can do to try and get better than a 13. Looking at her cards, well, she has this. She's going to play a wild 7. She's got no fight skill at all, but she can get pretty lucky sometimes. So we'll see if she gets it. Well, she did not. Well, hold on. That is a what? She beat him by default. Thomas's luck is just awful. So 8, and yeah. So we got a 15. She beat Thomas. Thomas is infuriated. He does not get the command of the Whiskey Rebellion. He just barely made the number with his 13, right? And so he succeeded barely and still lost out. Man, what a shame, Thomas. Oh well, Annie took you for a ride again and succeeded in this mission. So we're going to get rid of that. I'm going to give her another card, but we're going to collect her rewards as well. She's going to get 2 fame tokens, or 2 status tokens rather, and she gets a choice between a fame and another status token. She's going to take a fame token, boom, and then she also gets a hardship card. Let's see what she gets. These can be awful. In a wilderness so long, thought by all to be dead, discard 2 of any tokens, or reduce any skill by 1. I don't know. I don't like the idea of reducing skills because tokens can be regained easier, I think. So I think she'll give up. She'll give up the fame. Oh man, and a wealth token. Okay, that is that. And that was both Thomas and Annie in the back east, where she has succeeded in adding this to her legend. She commanded troops in the Whiskey Rebellion, even though she's wanted on the frontier. Then this goes away. Boom. Now we're going to get on with, next will be Daniel because he's going to go before Sarah. So let's see how he does. Here is his board, and here is the rescue. Oh wait, wrong. Here is the build one of the first homesteads in Ohio Territory. Now that's the one that has luck as cannot be used as a trump again, which is terrible. Because he was actually going to play, well, what was he going to do? Let me look at this again. He had a couple things he wanted to do, I think. Yeah. Let me think for just a moment. Okay, well, he's going to do an American Ingenuity play here. And he's going to start with a 4 trump on the Wilderness. Then he's going to play another 4. It's the same card. It's not going to do him any good. That's an 8. And then he's got a 3 for 11, all trump. And this one says, survivor discard after failing one of these two to ignore the penalty. So he won't suffer the penalty this turn. Well, he will because he used the card. He won't be able to discard it from his hand. But that gives him an 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 out of the gate. He needs an 18, so he does not need much. Let's hold on. I want to make sure I'm doing this right. Lost my train of thought. Just a moment. Okay, sorry, I was doing it right. Yeah, so he draws that, and it was a 2. That's actually okay. He still got a 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16. He did not succeed at this adventure, so he is going to take the penalty, which is a hardship card. Well, Daniel, you were so close. You had a good idea going on there. You burned 3 cards to do it. Debilitating wound. Your hand size is reduced by 1 card. Holy moly, that's not good. I'm going to keep that with his set so that he can play. So he's only going to have, wow, he's going to have 1 fewer cards. I'm going to draw him up. He used 3, so I'm only going to draw 2 more. That is not good. His debilitating wound, and he failed at that, so he goes back. So it's up to Sarah now. Will she take the mission from him and win the day? She probably will. She's got lots going on. Poor Daniel. He got hurt trying to build a homestead. You think he'd get hurt fighting out in the wilderness, but no. So what does Sarah got? She's got an 8 to play. She's got no frontier skill, but at 8's pretty good. So she also has a knowledge of 5, so she's doing really well. Let's see what she gets. Oh, look at that. Well, that's 11, 19, right? 19, yeah, 19. So she's just succeeded. And she can still draw because she can. I don't know why she would, but she did. Okay, boom. She more than succeeded at that. Yeah. And that's going to end that for her. Man, she is just a lucky, lucky person. She didn't even have to waste one of these tokens. She gets another token. She gets 2 happiness. Boom. She also does get a hardship card. Rapids. Your raft hits rocks threatening to take your worldly possessions. You must discard 2 Providence cards. Can she? Let's take a look at her cards and see. She actually does not have any or discard all. Oh man. These things are so awful sometimes. So she is going to have to discard all of, or discard, or reduce any skill by 1. Well, she's going to reduce a skill by 1. That's just crazy. She'll reduce her personality skill down to 2. She hasn't really used it much, because you can discard 2 Providence cards which she didn't have, or discard all her tokens, or a skill by 1. That's a no-brainer. That is really a nasty card. Wow. So she did lose a skill, but she did not have to discard all of her tokens. Okay. That is going to be the end of that for her. Plus she gets to add that again to her legacy, her very, very growing legacy. And that is awesome. Boom. Okay, got her card there. She is doing quite well. And that is going to end that turn for the players. That was it. So all of them have gone. Now we're going to go into the evening phase. There are no endgame conditions to be met. After that, so let's see, each player can purchase a card Yeah, I don't think we're, well, she could, she still can't get, Sarah still can't get her racehorses, but Annie's going to purchase a card, because she can. She has 3 status tokens of this, so she can get named. That's really funny. After fighting in the Whiskey Rebellion, she is named the ambassador to England. Don't know why, but it's the way that it goes. She does get to increase a skill, personality, or knowledge. She has a 4 knowledge, so I think she's going to bump that to 5. And then she will add this to her legacy. And then we're going to get to draw another status card. What is it? Decorated as a war hero. Gain 1 point of personality and a point. Okay, well, that is actually the end of this turn, so let's go back around now to the sunrise phase and get it done. Oh, well, first off, the first player marker does pass to Daniel, and then lots of adventures to draw out. So we're going to draw one out back east. It is author articles in Farmer's Almanac. 15 points of Providence, plus 2 to your... Now remember, on this one, we're going to draw this and expose and put it out right away. So draw 2 skill cards. That's pretty good. Okay. Let's see what we get here. We get Fight the Fire Destroying New Orleans. Okay. That is a group admission of 50 of Providence and Knowledge. Got quite a few skills. Let's put out a token for that. And then here, the Rescue the Donner Party is going to advance 1. And that is going to end our turn. Okay. That is it for today, guys. Doubled up on you there, and I think we have done well at completing or getting closer to completing our adventures. There's only 2 cards left in here, so it's not likely it's going to go many more turns unless we're not going into the frontier very often, which is highly unlikely. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, all that good stuff. Hey, you know, if you got some funny stories you want to add based on what's been happening in the game, that would be awesome. Tell the stories of Annie and Daniel and Sarah and Thomas. And I will see you next time. Take care.